Breaking news. Donald Trump says there will be no third debate. Quote, Kamala wants a rematch because she knows she lost. I couldn't agree more. Before we get into that, thank you for tuning in to the Clay Edwards Show here on Save Jackson. I hope your Friday morning is going great. Hope you survived Hurricane Francine without any severe damage or anything. If you have, give my friends over at Watkins Construction and Roofing a call today, or check them out online, should I say, Watkins Construction Inc.com. Let them come out, do a complimentary roof inspection on your house and see if you have any damage or repairs that are needed. Well, if you have any damage and repairs that are needed, they'll work with your insurance company the entire step of the way, whether it's just replacing a small section or repairing a small section or replacing the whole roof. Watkins Construction and Roofing are your locally owned hometown go-to roof repair and replacement specialists. Good folks. I've known them for a long time. Just thought I'd give them a plug there. WatkinsConstructionInc.com. Also, real quick before we get going, my shirt's here. FAFO, F around, find out, Clay Edwards Show shirts. I've got them marked down to $15 on my website. I got a few they need to go. I got to do a reorder, and I have to order a minimum amount to do my reorder, and I'm out of some sizes, so I don't want to sit on any extra inventory, so to say. Anyway, with all that said, they're marked down half price, $15. They got to go. Got some marked down as low as $10 in some sizes that have been slow movers, 2XL talls, and a few others. Flags, caps, vote felon shirts, everything marked way down, $10 to $15 on everything on the entire site at buyfafo.com. That's buyfafo.com. I'll put it up on the screen here just so you can see it one more time. Buyfafo.com. No promo code needed. The prices are set down at around 50% or less. So check it out today. Sure would appreciate you helping a brother out. Let's get to the news, shall we? This is from Breitbart.com. We don't do a whole lot of national news on this channel. I keep telling you we were going to start doing it. This seems like a hell of a time to do a little national news here on the Clay Edwards Show. We talk about it a lot on my radio show. We just don't do it a lot on the social media. Anyway, former President Donald Trump announced Thursday that there will be no third debate, suggesting Vice President Kamala Harris wants a rematch because she knows she lost the presidential debate hosted by ABC News this week. Quote, when a prize fighter loses a fight, the first words out of his mouth are, I want a rematch, Trump said in a Thursday Truth. They got that wrong. It says a Trust Social. It's a Truth Social post. Polls clearly show I won the debate against Comrade Kamala Harris and the Democrats' radical left candidate on Tuesday night. And she immediately called for a second debate. We'll pull up Trump over here. Let's go to his Truth Social and just see. Let's make sure we give Truth a little quick follow here. Here we go. I know that's small writing, but I'm just going to read it to you. It says, when a prize fighter loses the first word out of his mouth, or I want a rematch, polls clearly show I won the debate against Comrade Kamala Harris, the Democrats' radical left candidate on Tuesday night. She immediately called for a second debate. She and Crooked Joe have destroyed our country with millions and millions of criminals and mentally deranged people pouring into the USA. Hey, look, there's already plenty of mentally deranged people here, and they are all on the Kamala Harris. I refuse to say Kamala. I was actually going to say something else. We're going to call her Kamala. That's her name. If that makes me a racist, holla at your boy. Anyway, her and Crooked Joe have destroyed the country with millions of criminals and mentally deranged people dyeing their hair purple and coming on into the USA. Totally unchecked and unvetted, and with inflation bankrupting our middle class. Everyone knows this and all of the other problems caused by Kamala and Joe. It was discussed in great detail during the first debate with Joe and the second debate with Comrade Harris. She was a no-show at the Fox debate and refused to do NBC and CBS. Kamala should focus on what she should have done during the last almost 4 years period. There will be no third debate. Hey, look, just as a fan of politics, a fan of debates, this is a loss for Americans. We do deserve this. We deserve these debates. We deserve for both of them, especially the vice president, to sit up there and stand on that record, boo-boo. Stand on that record. Stand on it with some moderators that aren't kissing your ass. I'm not some Fox News fanboy. Rarely watch Fox News. Frankly, I haven't watched them since they fired Tucker And going back further than that, other than Tucker, I haven't watched them since they declared Joe Biden the winner of the 2020 election. Have not. Again, I would watch a little Tucker. When he left, done. I haven't turned it on Fox News since. Don't plan on it. But I do believe that somebody like Jesse Kelly or Brett Hewer, anyway, some of those cats, I believe they would be a little bit more fair and balanced, not to use their catchphrase. Let's continue on back over here at Breitbart. Man, have you ever ordered these carnivore snacks? They're really good. They're expensive as hell, though, but they are good. Anyway, as Breitbart News reported, Harris issued a slew of false claims and hoaxes on live television in front of millions of Americans during the Tuesday night presidential debate, while ABC moderators Lindsey Davis and David Muir failed to fact check her. Meanwhile, the debate moderators joined Harris on debating Trump, countering statements he made and trying to fact check him, with Muir even bizarrely fact-checking a joke the 45th president had previously made. That's about the losing by a smidgen or whatever. I didn't sense the sarcasm. Paint me shot. You sound like you got something up your rectum. Anyway, despite all of that, a Reuters focus group found that undecided voters now lean towards Trump 2-1 following the debate. A New York Times survey of undecided produced the similar results. Harris, for her part, showed herself as weak on key issues such as fracking, guns, and Pennsylvania. She also refused to answer whether she would allow abortion at 9 months. Kamala Harris didn't mention Polish Americans and freak out over fracking for nothing. Pennsylvania is in play. Author, filmmaker, and journalist Mike Cernovich reacted, adding Pennsylvania internal polling is not where it should be for Harris. He says, Kamala didn't mention Polish Americans and freak out over fracking for nothing. Pennsylvania is in play. That's by far the biggest reality-based non-cheer for your team stuff. Pennsylvania internal polling is not where it should be. In a follow-up X post, Cernovich noted there is no need for another debate. Says no need for Trump to do any more of these rigged debates. Harris showed show weak. Is that right? Harris showed show weak. I think he meant to say Harris showed how weak she is. She's losing Pennsylvania. Let JD mop up walls and stick to the issues: fracking bans, gun confiscation, and border crime. I am really looking forward to the vice presidential debate. I think it has potential to be better than any of the presidential debates with Joe Biden versus Trump, or obviously the one the other night with Comrade Harris. Turning Point USA co-founder and one of my co-hosts at WYAB, Charlie Kirk, echoed Cernovich's sentiments, writing, You don't get done with a debate and instantly request another one unless you know you didn't get what you needed. Quote, they see their internals and they know they didn't get a kill shot. This is not how a winning campaign acts. It's how a losing campaign acts if they want people to think they're winning, Kirk added. So true. So true. What do you guys think? Should there be another debate? Should Trump let them have their debate? My biggest fear, and look, I love Trump and I'm ride or die Trump. My fear is his ego getting in the way and giving them another debate when they start calling him scared. Just like they baited him into a few things the other night with the size of his rallies and this, that, and the other. He can't. And look, my ego can't fit through a door either. I get it. You start questioning certain things. I'm going to defend myself. Whether that's ego, manhood, whatever, you ain't gonna lie on me and expect me not to say anything. So I respect Trump from that matter. It's why I'm drawn towards Trump. So I was talking to a friend of mine tonight. We were talking about these debates, and I was trying to, I don't say educate her, but I was kind of explaining why the moderators came across as so, air quotes, fair and balanced in the first debate with Joe Biden. It's because the Democrats wanted Joe out of the way. They needed Trump to go full stone cold Steve Austin, stomp a mud hole and walk it dry so they could replace Biden. They needed that. They set that up. That was all staged. I mean, not the actual debate itself, but the circumstances and them treating Trump fairly. They knew that Trump would walk a mud hole dry if Biden got up there and they did that to him. If you think otherwise, you need to opt out. You need to opt out right now if you think any other reason. that happened, if you think that happened for any other reason. Fast forward to this debate, they finally got in Kamala, who they wanted in there to begin with. They wasn't about to give Trump a fair and balanced debate, moderation. Of course, that was going to be what happened. Well, I almost didn't watch the damn thing. If I didn't do this for a living, I wouldn't have watched it. There was zero was going to come from that. This whole myth of an undecided voter, how the F are you undecided between Trump and Kamala? It ain't like we're going down the center and somebody's left of center and somebody's right of center. I mean, Trump is technically right of center. I know y'all don't want to believe that. He is by far not far right, not nearly right enough, in my opinion, but I'll take what I can get because he puts America first. And that's more important than anything. Kamala is far left. There's no way you're on the fence between these two. Maybe you're on the fence of not voting at all versus voting for your preferred candidate, or you're the one that leans your preferred direction. But there's no undecided voters between Trump and Kamala. This country is far too polarized to have such a thing as an undecided voter. Stop. That's ridiculous. None of that makes any sense. You know it. I know it. He knows it. She knows it. Everybody knows it. Undecided voter. Bitch, please. Anyway, tune into the Clay Edwards Show tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Who knows what happens here? We will be covering more national stuff on this channel as we ramp up the next 50-something days, getting ready for the big presidential election on November 5th. Don't forget, I will be hosting live presidential election coverage on the radio station and here on these social media channels. We'll be streaming live. 103.9 FM, WYAB. More details to come, but just, planting that seed in the back of your brain. If you enjoy my style of content, me and my buddy Sean Yerk-Karan, who's a lefty, but we do have really good chemistry, and, he's a little left to center. He ain't far left, but lefty nonetheless. We did some statewide coverage for the governor's race here in Mississippi this past November, and we'll be cranking it back up for the presidential. Got rave reviews from everybody, so we're looking forward to doing it again. I'm sure we'll have a plethora of great guests. Until then, hit like, hit share, hit subscribe, and hit that little bell right there for notifications. And don't forget, shirts, 50% and more off right now at buyfafo.com. No promo code needed. The prices are as advertised. Appreciate you. Stay blessed, stay safe, and avoid Democrats at all costs.